A pathogen is an agent, especially a microorganism that's able to cause disease. Bacteria and viruses include the most well-known pathogens, but fungi, protozoa, misfolded proteins called prions, and even algae can infect a host and cause disease too. But why?
Pathogenesis is a bad idea, right? Because what you're doing is you're making the organism that's supporting you ill. What you don't want when you found that nice place to live is destroy it so that you can't live there anymore.
This is James Chong, a microbiologist from the University of York.
Pathogenesis happens by accident. This is a process that's really gone wrong. You know, the organism is taking food, but it takes too much, or it's producing something that is toxic, and so that's causing its host to get sick.
But there's one group of microbes that's conspicuously missing from this list of bad guys. In fact, it's not just a group, it's an entire domain of life, the Archaea. Until the 1970s, we thought that all life on Earth was made up of just two domains, the bacteria and the eukaryotes, which includes plants, animals and fungi. But actually, some of these so-called bacteria were nothing of the sort. They were Archaea, more closely related to animals and plants and forming their own separate domain of life.
What doesn't make sense at the moment is why we haven't managed to find any solid examples of archaeal pathogens. There are pathogens in all the other examples of microbes that we know about: bacteria, viruses, fungi. All of those things make host organisms ill. But at the moment there are no concrete examples of Archaea doing that kind of thing, which is strange. But there's some evidence starting to appear that things like Methanobrevibacter smithii might cause disease. So for example, you see a much higher frequency of that organism in the stools of patients with diverticulosis, so this is a gut lining condition. This same species of Archaea has been found to cause obesity in germ-free mice, so that's mice that don't have a normal gut flora. A related species, Methanobrevibacter oralis, is found far more frequently around the gums of people with periodontal disease than in healthy cases. And we see the same organism appearing in about 40% of human brain abscesses, at least in the studies that have been performed so far. So it might not be that Archaea are a special case at all, but we just don't have the right evidence yet. We've only realised that Archaea exist as a separate group of organisms for the last 40 years. So it may just be that we haven't had enough time to catch these organisms in the act of pathogenesis and demonstrate that they cause disease.